Hello and welcome. My name is Nicholas and this is Literally Graphic. And today I am going to be talking about Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur Volume 1. This was a book that I had read a bit previously, but had apparently never gotten around to make a video about. And after reading so many Black Panther volumes and then going to see the movie and seeing Shuri and everything, I thought it'd be really cool to finally come back and make a video about it. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, BFF, was written by Brandon Montclair and Amy Reeder. Artist Natasha Bustos, color artist Tamara Bonvillain, letterer VCs Travis Lennon, and if anyone knows what all these VCs mean for letterers, that would be helpful or enlightening or interesting. I'm just curious and I haven't gotten around to Googling it yet. While trying to keep my paranoia at a minimum, I would like to point out that this comic was written by two, at least apparently, white people, and so this is not hashtag own voice, and anything stupid can be blamed on them, and not hashtag quote-unquote diversity. Flipping back through the first volume, I'm actually pretty impressed with the page layouts, especially when you consider the fact that this is more of a kid's comic, although not as surprising when you realize that one of the creators is also an artist. As long as things stayed generally easy to read, which they did, this is probably a good way to widen your appeal a bit more and make it more tolerable to a larger age range. At least that's my speculation. My only other art note is that while Lunella is pretty dark-skinned, the shadowing is so much better than in the Coates run. Obviously, these are completely different kinds of comics, but I hate the shading in Coates run, and will bring it up as often as possible. Moving on to more story elements, the over-the-top child genius tropes made this first volume barely tolerable, but spoiler alert, does let up a bit as the series continues. Lunella is all alone, no one understands her. That said, some points go even there. Being a kid means almost zero autonomy, and that sucks. Another humanizing element is also how terrified Lunella is of Terrigen gas. Otherwise, the spastic, anything-can-happen, child-friendly plot is pretty delightful, and in this post-Black Panther world, a good counterpoint to Shuri, or rather, vice versa, since it would have been easy to have two black girl geniuses and they were the same, but these are two distinctly different characters. So with the caveat that you're prepared for a few too many child genius cliches, I would highly recommend this book and this series, which I'll be diving in a bit more into in the upcoming weeks. As I said, it's a really delightful storyline. And the main criticism I've seen of it is that a girl named Lunella, also being nicknamed Moon Girl, seems really too on the nose. But honestly, we're dealing with kids here, and if you had the somewhat unusual name of Lunella, I can definitely see kids nicknaming you Moon Girl. See you next time. Bye. And as always, Literally Graphic is recorded on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation. I live here because of British colonization, Indigenous genocide, and more geographically specific, Treaty 13, also known as the Toronto Purchase, which was finalized in 1805 between representatives of the Crown and certain Mississauga peoples. This treaty was a lie and has since been broken many times over. Saying so reflects only my own small steps towards knowing the truth and does nothing for reconciliation.